Hey, it's Coach Manny, and I'm fired up today because today I get to talk about discipline and I get to talk about that new book we have that just came out, which is called What's Your Problem? Everyone's got one, and they all stink, right? Yeah, but we'll talk about that later. Let's talk about discipline. And I want to use an acrostic like one of my favorite mentors, John Maxwell, always uses. So let's use that today. And let's talk about what that means very briefly. And then get the book. It goes into a lot more on self-discipline and persistence and consistency. Those three ingredients you need to rock and roll. So D stands for decision making. Do you know how to make decisions? If you want to be disciplined, you have to have a process. Nothing worse, and I hate it, and I always hated it. Luckily, I had a boss who really fired me up. I always hate it when somebody thinks about it and thinks about it. Hey, make a decision. Let's go on. Let's move on. If you make the wrong decision, keep going and just make another one. That's what he taught me. Integrity. Now, you can't lead without integrity. You can, but you know what happens to leaders who don't have integrity. Say what you want to say. Do what you say, what you mean what you say, and do what you say. That's integrity. Forget the shortcuts. The S there stands for shortcuts. Shortcuts don't work. Now, shortcuts usually will get you to the end quicker, but will they get you there with all the same class? Now, sometimes we got to take shortcuts, absolutely, but knowing when to do that and when not to do it, that's the key. What about character? What is character? Who you are when no one is around. When no one is around, that's character. When there's not a person around. When you can do whatever you want and no one's going to know, what do? Do you still do what's right? The I, the second I there is really for investor. You have to invest. You have to invest in people. You have to invest in process. You have to invest in results. You can't be a gambler. Gamblers burn out. All right, the P, you have to be prepared. And I don't know how many times, and I know many of you out there I've worked with, how many times I tell you, when you do a sales presentation, when you do a talk, I don't care if it's 5 minutes in front of your networking group, you got to practice because you need to be prepared. If I got up here and spoke to you and I wasn't prepared, you would know it. You got to listen. God didn't give us 2 ears and 1 mouth. We're out without a reason. Now just think about it. Why do I have 2 of these, 1 on each side? Why don't I have a mouth on each side so I can talk out of both sides of my mouth? Now I know some people do that, but got to learn to listen. Listen. And I don't mean just hear. I mean listen. Listen to understand. Initiative. You're not going to get anywhere without initiative. You need initiative. You need to get up and just do it because it needs to be done, because you can do it. You got to pull that initiative. And here, for those leaders out there who are struggling, or for those out there who are struggling because they don't know how to use this, you got to know how to say no. No, I don't have time. No, you can't come in right now. No, I can't deal with that right now. I was just dealing with a friend of mine yesterday. I couldn't say no, and I said, oh my God, where's my discipline? I couldn't say no. I can't talk to you right now. And sometimes that becomes hard, but in most cases, 90% of the time, we can say no when we need to. And finally, you got to go that extra mile. The E stands for extra mile. You've got to be able to go that extra mile. So there, I give you a list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 things you can do right there. And they're in the book. And we also, in the new book, show you how to do that. So just go out on Amazon, and I think we have a link at the bottom to the book. Just go out there, click on it, get a copy. What's your problem? Everyone's got one, and they all stink. Persistence, consistency, and self-discipline will create great success for you. Stop hesitating. Stop holding back. Get out there and create great success. This is a coach saying, what do I say all the time? Get out there, as my great friend always told me, and create a better world. Thank you.